gas station here. Oh, geez, the size of their propane tank. Wow! That thing was the size of a school bus. Large school bus. That was something else. This will be good. We'll point you towards the rear view mirror, and then we can see. You can look back at me and also see out the front, maybe. We'll see. Might work. There might be too much in the way. It might not be very helpful. And I need to be careful that you don't get too in the way of me using my mirror. Wow, there is no one out on the road today. This is wonderful. I can't see anyone. For miles, I'm probably the only one. Oh, darn, there's another car. That's a real bummer. Let's wait for him to get past, and then I'll start that monologue again. We're probably the only ones out for miles. Oh, there's another. Jeez. You know, I love being alone. Oh, that's a nice car. I don't want to sound like a jerk. I don't want to sound like I'm... But you know what's really nice? Is being like, I'm in the middle of the forest right now. There is no one around. How often do you get to have that? For me, it's not often. And it's made worse by the fact that you really shouldn't hike alone. That's one of the number one hiking tips. How often are humans alone? I read once the loneliest man was like farthest away from everyone else. I think it might have been whoever stayed back on the lunar orbiter, the Eagle? When the lander went down and landed, because someone stayed on it. Which, by the way, how's it? You get to go to the moon, but you don't get to go on the moon. I mean, I don't know. I think I would be excited to go to the moon without going on the moon, but I think I would feel kind of sad. I don't know. I'd love to ask and see. Anyways, he had to actually be alone. Except not really. He's in a super expensive piece of equipment, and there's tons of mics and recording and all that, pictures, and I just mean like, just go in the forest, eh? You know, just like, or I mean, you know, desert, something far from people. I would love that. And if it wasn't one of the big rules of hiking is that you shouldn't hike alone because bears, falling, breaking your leg, running out of food supplies, water, hurting yourself, finding a way to accidentally hurt yourself. Yes, all of those things, twisting your ankle, you need to be there with someone else in case something happens. But man, I just want to be alone sometimes. Do you feel that? I think I'm introverted. I think that soliloquy means I'm introverted, but you know, could be either way. I would love a week where someone said, Andrew, we need you to go hike here, but here's the thing, you need to go alone. It's pretty safe, you'll probably be okay, but you need to take care of yourself and you need to go for a week alone. I would dig that. Oh man. Yeah, sir. I'd bring like a guitar or a ukulele. I could play my own songs. I could feel lonely, which I enjoy doing. Which, is that wrong? I mean, sometimes I don't. But like, I enjoy feeling a bit melancholy sometimes. Not like a melancholy, no one loves me, or that sort of thing. That's not good. But like a melancholy, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Actually, I was reading an Enneagram book the other day. Enneagram is like a personality type spectrum analysis deal, except it's not a spectrum. It's got 9 numbers, then you could wing to either number on the other side. So there's a lot of different combinations, and the people that study it and follow it generally say, well, they say everyone has an Enneagram number, and they describe it like colors. So I guess it is more like a spectrum. They say like red, green, blue, like they have different colors, would correspond to different numbers, but there's different shades of each color. So 2 different blues. They'll both be blue, but they're very different blues. Anyways, wow, did I just get a text? I shouldn't read that. I'm driving. Jeez Louise. I try so hard not to get distracted. Anyways, Enneagram. I was thinking I might be a 4 or a 5. I'm not sure which. I love being alone, and I love being able to feel a little melancholy, which is a traits of 4 and 5 and 4 respectively. So maybe that's part of it. Have you ever studied the Enneagram with any big, I mean, if you just took a test, that's cool too, if it seemed to work for you. I don't trust the test much, but, well, I don't trust the test much. That's not how I sound. I said it something like, I don't trust the test much, which is true. But then I was completely flabbergasted, or not flabbergasted, but at the end of my rope, and the other summer I actually took the test after studying it immensely, and it threw these 2 numbers at me, and I was like, that's not what I am, obviously. And then I studied it more, and I'm like, I definitely might be those numbers. So we'll see.